Welcome back to Game Master mode in Arma Reforger. I'm more like Rock, a Game Master on the Warhawk Division servers. If you're new to Game Master, I recommend watching part 1 of this series. In this video, we'll be diving into 3 very important aspects every Game Master needs to use and understand: controlling units, shaping the environment, and creating mission objectives, whether prepared or spontaneous. First up, we'll be discussing placing and controlling units. I'll be using my Entity tab layout from part 1. Composition/defenses in tab 1, Groups in tab 2, Characters in tab 3, and Vehicles in tab 4. My examples will be using PC controls, but the console controls can be looked up in the settings. To spawn or place units, simply left-click the unit and then left-click the ground. If you want to change their orientation before or after spawning them, hold left-click on the unit icon, then hold shift and move your mouse to the direction you want them to face. You can also hold left-click on a unit to drag them to a new location. If you want to change a unit's height before or after spawning them, you can hold the left-click button and the left Alt button and move your cursor up or down. If you left-click the group icon of a unit, you can see the available options for that unit above your Entity tabs. You can have them move, force move, move relaxed, search and destroy, defend, get in or out, and use suppressive fire. The circle of arrows on the far left is the repeating action button. If you want your units to continue a behavior or route, you can turn on the repeating action. This is especially useful for patrolling units and vehicles. When you've selected a unit in an action, left-click anywhere to place its waypoint. Your units will begin moving to the waypoint, defending it, suppressing it, or get in and out of a vehicle at that waypoint. You can place waypoints on terrain, other units, inside of buildings, and vehicles. For example, let's say I want this fire team to begin patrolling this field. I would turn on the repeating actions button, set about 2 to 4 move relaxed waypoints, and watch as they move between the points indefinitely. You can spawn vehicles and drag and drop units into them. Clicking on the vehicle or the unit icon will allow you to set waypoints for that vehicle. It's useful to test out using normal waypoints compared to the get in or get out waypoints, as both will make the AI behave differently. You can also change the individual character or unit settings by double left clicking the character or unit icons. You can adjust their stance from crouch to prone to standing, and change their reactions to combat. Right-clicking the unit will provide you with many more options, like disabling their movement and their weapon controls. There are global settings to AI located in the Scenario Properties tab that can be changed to affect all units currently spawned or that will be spawned. The Game Master Enhanced mod by the GMing mod team gives you much more variables to adjust, as well as more global settings to mess around with. The link to that mod is below in the description. If you want to control an AI yourself, you can hover over the character and press C to take control. You can hold Y to return to the Game Master HUD, or wait until the AI is neutralized to be automatically returned to the Game Master HUD. I suggest learning the AI behaviors by watching 2 different units fight one another. You can tweak each unit's behaviors to see how you prefer them to react to visuals in combat. Next, let's talk about shaping the environment. Game Master mode gives you full control over weather, time of day, fog, and cloud density. You can change the weather settings and wind speed in the Scenario Properties tab. The weather is normally set to automated and will update on its own if left alone. If you have a specific weather you prefer, then you can turn off the automation. Vanilla Arma Reforger has a few weather options to pick from, and there are some mods that add more variety. Changing these elements isn't just a cosmetic choice though, it affects all aspects of gameplay. Heavy fog reduces visibility, forcing players to slow down. Night operations increase tension, while bright sunlight can make stealth approaches harder. Keep in mind though that some players might not have the processing capability of others, and that heavy weather effects could cause FPS issues and crashes. Know the capabilities of your players and their hardware and cater if need be. You can change the time and date settings in the time and date tab that is also located in the Scenario Properties tab. The environment of the map is also a large factor when acting as a game master. The choice of your objectives can impact players when they traverse the map. You could use a coastal town, a harbor, an inland town, a utility complex, a large forest, mountainous terrain, an island, a peninsula, and many more map terrain variants that you should be aware of when choosing your environment. You can have players make landfall on boats while the rain is pouring down on them, or make them sweep through dense forests at night while enemy flares light up the tree line. Your choice of terrain impacts the combat and choices of your players. The final core skill is creating and managing objectives. This is where your imagination can take off. You decide the mission, and the players do their best to complete it in their own way. You can place composition/defenses the same way you would place troops. You can change their orientation and height the same way as well. When designing an objective, I suggest having an overall goal in mind. Is this objective the main one or a side objective? Is it jam-packed with infantry, or is it just a refueling point for vehicles? There are hundreds of variables that will impact the flow of your objectives and your players. Think about the direction of attack your objective is expecting and fortify those areas more. Consider where you may have quick reaction forces enter or where you will have troops retreat if need be. Start from your end goal and move backwards, though not all points need to have the same attention to detail. When I GM, I tend to have some larger objectives with smaller side objectives. I fortify roads with checkpoints and introduce aspects to reroute players like minefields. I garrison infantry in houses to force players to clear them. I send reinforcements from side roads that aren't being watched. It's all up to you and what you want to get out of the experience and the objective. This is another area to be careful about player processing capabilities, as objectives with very heavy fortifications could cause FPS problems. Find the balance between too easy and Fort Knox. You should track your players' progress as they complete the mission. You can adapt the mission as you go, rewarding success or throwing in new challenges. The key here is flexibility. Game Master mode isn't about forcing players down a certain path. It's about reacting to their choices and keeping the story alive. Thank you very much for watching and learning how to control units, shape the environment, and manage objectives in the Arma Reforger Game Master mode. If you master these 3 tools, you'll be well on your way to creating dynamic, unpredictable, and unforgettable missions. In the next video, we'll cover the types of game masters and how to find your own style, from tactical realism to cinematic chaos. Drop a like if this helped you at all, and comment your favorite GM trick. Don't forget to subscribe for more Arma Reforger tutorials.